Greetings, blessed love, and a mighty royal welcome to my channel. This is I am Life and Light Productions, and Just Sparks. I am your host. I pray each and every eye is upful and bright and living in the light of the mind. We do give thanks to life and our mighty life giver, whole I am. More glory and praises to the most mighty I, the ever living I that ruleth over I and I. Yes, I. Royal greetings, my family. Royal blessed eyes. We do give thanks. Mighty heart of Sabbath remembrance to each and every eye. Yes, I. Remembering that the Sabbath is a state of mind. And we must be conscious of that state that we are dwelling in, which is the Sabbath day. Conscious of the state of all your desires fulfilled, and you're living in your desired haven. Trusting in the Most High, that all is already delivered to the eye. That is the Sabbath day, and keeping it holy. The 7 days just the remembrance, like to jog your memory. Am I in consciousness where I desire to be? You see it. Yes, I, royal family. So today, as me just said that there, yeah, man, it cued me to say, well, today's meditation is on consciousness. You see it? And the deepness of consciousness then, you know? Yeah, because consciousness is everything. We will start with the all is mind and the universe is mental. So therefore the all is consciousness and the universe is consciousness in motion. You see it? So then now, since it is all is consciousness now, and consciousness have intelligence, then everything we see, the whole grid that we are living in, is conscious intelligence. Every single thing is alive and living and is conscious of their being, whether it be a stone, a rock, whether it be grass or a tree, a seed, a fruit, a bird, a bee, whatever it is conscious of being. Just as my shirt, it is conscious of being a shirt on me by my consciousness of being. For all things in my consciousness are conscious and alive, as my consciousness is conscious and alive. So all things is consciousness. All things is life. Perfect and whole. And this is our discussion today. That we face in the world so many obstacles in life. And many of us is not understanding why these obstacles are there. And the reason is because they are there because it's placed in our consciousness. And as long as it's in our consciousness, it will continue to be in our reality, our experiences. So whatever we are conscious of being, whatever we are conscious of, whatever it is within our mind space, we are creating it. You see it. Whatever it may be, stop for a moment and see what you're conscious of. See the things them that you're actually thinking about. that you are aware of in your mind space. And those things that you are aware of, you are conscious of, are those things that are presented in your reality for you to experience. So it's all about the renewing of the mind space, the renewing of our consciousness, of what we are aware of in our mind space. For we have free will to choose whatever we desire to think about. And whatever we're thinking about, we are conscious about, we are aware about, and therefore is creating it in our reality. For the mind space is what they call heaven. And out of heaven comes all things that are presented on earth, all through consciousness. The thoughts them that we think are all living beings, waiting to be given the command and order by I and I to manifest itself and become. Is right? And we command thoughts by being aware of them, by concentrating on them, by dwelling on them, thinking of them. Then we are applying our will to those thoughts, giving it life, giving it substance, that it may exist in our reality. So this opens a great door, Yes, right? A great door it opens. That we realize now that what we are experiencing in the world are clues to what is present in our mind space. And what we don't like in our experienced reality, we remove it in our mind space, and it's removed from our experienced reality. You see it? So it's all about consciousness, what you are consciously aware of. What are you feeding off of? And what are you feeding? You see it? So we do give thanks for yet another lovely day. Sun is shining, breeze blowing, the birds them singing, the grass is growing, trees growing, life. You see it? And we must understand that we are life and we are living. You see it? And life is all about having and giving. Life is not about wanting and receiving. For if you look into creation, look into nature, you don't see nature wanting and wants to receive. You see nature always having and always giving. And that is our nature, to always be having and giving. So we must make sure that our mind space is full of having and giving in order to experience having and giving in our experienced reality. So it's about really considering your thoughts, the things them that you're thinking about, and then going within and doing the proper and necessary work to rid yourself of the things them that you're not desiring in creation. We all have been there, feeling stuck, feeling where nothing is going for us, it's it. What am I going to do next? And each one of us, when we reach that state, we cry out in desperation for help, from the Most High, the Creator, the Father, whoever we want to call Him. And in that time we are helped. And when we are helped, we give thanks and glory. But because we do not understand how the help actually comes, we end up going back down the same road and getting ourselves back into the same confusion again. And then have to cry out in desperation again for the Lord to help us. And then He help us again. And then we still don't over us. How is all these things taking place? Yes, right. For whatever we are experiencing, we are having in our mind space. And He that sits in the mind space is the living God, the living Word, the I of the mind, I am, which in we are. The I of the mind sitting in the mind space. Yes, right? And in that mind space, we are all powerful. We are creators, creating our reality. Yes, right? So, when we're going through all these things and cry out, it is the I of the mind, who we are, our higher self, that sends help. It's no one outside of us. For when we cry out in desperation, no one is there but we with ourselves. Because most of I and I, we hide it. Because we don't want to show that side of I and I. Yes, right? So it's the eye of the mind, who knows all things, who is all-knowing, all-seeing, who is omnipresent, who can find that help and support for us in exactness and bring it when we need it. That is where the help is coming from. Our consciousness of being, who is always with us, who took us up when we came out of our father's loin and our mother's womb, when your father and your mother forsake you. I am took you up, which is consciousness that is intelligent. And you are that consciousness that is intelligent. You see it? So when we come to the understanding and the realization of this, all doors are open to I and I in creation. For the goal is to have dominion over the mind space, that we may have dominion and rule over the material world. You see it? That's why it says we ought to learn to walk by faith and not by sight. When a one walks by sight, he is walking according to the material world. But when he walks by faith, he is walking according to what is in his heaven, what he desires to see in earth. So he trusts in those visions within his mind, and he keeps them present and active in his mind space till they appear in his reality. And he shuns out everything else that is not in accordance with what he desires to see. You see it? So this is our goal, to perfect our mind space. You see it? Stop living by sight, trying to run down the world to gain riches and all these things, and don't know who will come and steal it and rob it from you, and when it's going to rust and corrupt, and when it will have no value. You see it? Seek the kingdom of heaven and living by faith, by controlled thoughts, so that your reality may be controlled. You see? Because when you live by sight, everything is bombarding you and you are being affected by all these things because you see them as causes. And when you see them as causes, you're affected by it. And when you're affected by it, you're creating emotional stress, emotional vibrational stress within you that is expressing back out into the universe to bring forth more of the same. You see it, I and I. So the importance of consciousness and your awareness, what you're thinking, you're being. What you're thinking, you're becoming, I should say. And what you're being is what you were thinking. So it's all about consciousness, all about thought, what you're dwelling on, what you have in your mind space. What do you see in your life? Do you see prosperity or do you see lack? For whatever you are acknowledging in there is what is going to be your reality. So if you see on your table you don't have this and then you acknowledge that you don't have it, you'll be having more of not having it. But if you acknowledge that yes, you have it and it's there, even though it's not there, more of it shall come. You see it. And this is the order of creation, the order of consciousness, the order of living by faith, the order of creating your reality. Yes, another thing, that with thinking and creating, you see it, there is a way that I and I is living in remembrance. And when we live in remembrance, we're not creating in its sense of making change or actually, bringing forth new things into our life. But we are creating the same thing. So in our mind space, we must always be thinking ahead to the things them that we are desiring to do as we're doing them now, so that they can come into our reality at the due time for us to experience it. You see? So we need to stop thinking in memory mood. That's what they call autopilot. You're thinking on all the things them that you did, all the things them that you've been through, all your stress, all your suffering, your little joy. You see it? But you're consumed by stress and suffering. You see it? And the more you think of those things, the more you're generating the energy of those things to exist in your world. The more you're loving it and caring for it and desiring it. Just through thought. Just through the process of having them in your mind space. You see it? So we have to learn to always be thinking new thoughts continually. Listen to your little 2-year-old child, your little 4-year-old child, your little 6-year-old child. Listen how they talk when they're playing. And see how they will just go on and on and on, creating new little ideas in their mind of what they're doing.
I can make salad.
Yes, pick the salad.
Okay.
Yes. So that's why it says we must have the child of a mind, the mind of a child. We must be like a child in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven, in order to enter into your mind space. You have to be open to all things. Blessed. Very good. You have to be open to all things. And when you're open to all things now, then your energy will flow more right. You see it? So consciousness and awareness, what you are aware of, what is in your mind space, is what you're creating. So make sure that whatever you're thinking about is what you want to feel, where you want to be. Make sure that your silent self-talks are purposeful and productive in your upbuilding. You see it? Because it's those silent talks with self is what is shaping your reality most and foremost. You see? Those moments where you sit down and you beat up yourself and whatever it is. Don't beat up yourself anymore. Sit down in those moments and just see yourself in a new place. See yourself doing new things. Change the narrative, change the perspective. Decide there is nothing that I and I can't do. Remember, we are consciousness, and consciousness is the Most High. We are the Most High. We are creating our reality. We are creating our experience. We are the ones in control. Decide. Now, don't live according to the world, because more time when I and I get into this sometimes, because we're coming out of a world where everything is ready-made. We think that our manifestations should be ready-made too. But our manifestations will not be ready-made. Right? Because you will not receive the manifestations them that you desire until you are ready for it. Until you are ready in your mind space to receive it. Because if you're not ready for it, when it comes, it will go. You will not be able to maintain it. So you have to look into your life and learn from the experiences that you're experiencing in order to overcome daily trials and tribulations so you can rise in consciousness, becoming one with the source consciousness. Freeing yourself from the material world. Decide the bondage. By the sweat of your brow shall you eat bread. And that the woman must give birth give birth with pain. Decide all these things is the bondage of this material world. And we are not in bondage of the material world. We are consciousness. We created the material world. And we stand apart from the material world. We stand apart from our body. We order our body. We command our body to do, and it does. We command our body to feel, and it feels. We are the one that is separate, that is standing off, that is all powerful, doing all things. And nothing can harm us. There is no elements that can harm I and I. Decide, for we are consciousness. We are the consciousness that created the elements. I pray the eyes them can move us, the power that we are, and the things them that we are capable of doing in this reality, Once we become aware and conscious of self, who we actually are, or moreover, what we actually are, and the power that we possess. You see it, royal people. So ask yourself at every given time during the course of the day, where am I in consciousness? What am I thinking about? What was just this intense thought that I was thinking that I jumped out of? What is that intense thought? What was it? For that intense thought was a deep form of creation. Or I should say, deep process of creation that you were creating. And if you don't remember what it was, then your mind is working in autopilot and you are creating things them into your world that you really do not know. And therefore you wouldn't desire most of them. You see it? So yes, I royal family, we give thanks, for a blessed reasoning, Yeah, man, coming to the down setting of the mighty Sabbath day remembrance, making sure that we are all here in the mind space where we desire to be. We are only thinking of all the things them that we're having. the things them that we desire to be doing. You see it? That is all that is filling our mind space. We don't have any sort of lack or limitations in our mind space. For whatever is in our mind space shall be projected into our experienced reality. You see it? So it's about discipline. It's about seeking the kingdom first. Yeah, many of I and I start to run out there, man. Run out into the world.
Should I get
You can get some spreading. No, don't get those.
what?
The ones over here. You see how we tall up? The tall ones? Yeah. Nah, those grow up a little bit too much. If you want to get them, you have to get them short. When they now come up, so they will be tender, they will be soft. Yes, royal family. Yeah, man. I'm a little princess there. She picked some salad for we to eat with some avocado when we cook tonight, you know? Yeah, man, it's a royal blessing. See the king watching my try show himself. Say blessed love to the royal people.
Blessed love.
Yes, we give thanks, you know. Yeah, man. See the whole of them are shout it out now. Yeah, man, a royal family and I have and I give thanks to the most mighty I am, you know, for such glory, you know, for such reassurance in life that all is well with I and in perfecting of the mind space, in the discipline and renewing of the mind space, all shall be well with I. And the more we do it, the more we see the prosperity of it. You know, first within, you know, the peace that you receive within, that peace of mind, where you can still down and settle, even in the storm. You know what I'm saying? You can carry the calm during the storm. And that is very important. You see it. Because the storms is what cause us to bring more storms when we dwell upon it. But if we can calm in the storm, then we are making a surety for ourselves that we don't produce the storm again. Is right? So disciplining of self is very important. Is right? So we need to push forward to all these things. Work diligently on ourselves more than anything else. You know, and learn to walk by faith. You know, trust in your own awareness of being to provide for you. Yeah, you can pick those. To provide for you, to shelter you, to comfort you, you know, to counsel you. Your own divine awareness of being, the eye of your mind. Trust in it to do it all for you. And as it teaches you and brings you into remembrance of who you are, it will take care of everything around you. You see? And this is what I must over as even I myself. Because sometimes I do get a little bit impatient and like how the world is want to bring things ready-made. But I must realize within myself, which I do, that it's a process. And in the process is the transformation. So we must trust the process of transformation that we are becoming that which we say we are. You see it? And as we move forward, we learn and we grow. We understand the mind. The eye of the mind teaches us of our mind space. You see it? So we need nothing outside of self. We don't need no more books. We become that living book. The living I am. That transcends throughout all existence. Consciousness. I am. You see it? And we are that very consciousness. Meditate on that for a moment. That the consciousness that is in creation, that is all intelligent, that created the sun, the moon, the stars, the birds, the bees, and all kinds of things, no. that we are that consciousness. We are that expressed representative of that consciousness in this reality. And we are ordered and ruled and governed by that consciousness. And without that consciousness, there is nothing. So if we do not have consciousness, nothing exists. And with consciousness, all exists, for all exists within consciousness. And we are the consciousness within which all things exist. Yes, right. So when we come to these things now, we realize the truth. We realize what is a lie and what is the truth. For that which is a lie is that which is not serving I and I. That which I don't desire. You know? No. That which I don't desire. I told you pick these here over here. All right. That which I don't desire. You see it? You can't think about those things then. Can't have them in your mind space. Nothing that you don't desire you must have in your mind space. You see it? Yeah, I think me kind of shift a little from the princess come and showing me the herb there. Let me tell her what to pick and she pick some other things. You know? Yeah, man. So this is where it is, you know? The transformation, the regeneration. Yeah, the renewing of the mind space. The taking out of the old and the replacing with the new. Any thought that you remove, you have to replace it with a new one. Else the space will be vacant and that thought will come back with 7 other thoughts more wickeder, more eviler than itself, and make your state worse than the first. You see it? So it's all about constant renewal, constant thinking. You see it? Positive thinking constantly within self. Always present with self. Always present in consciousness. Being aware of what you're thinking. That is what it means to be awakened. You know, as they say, many and I say we awaken, but them still drowsy asleep. Them half asleep, drowsy. They ain't wake up because they can't remember their day of thoughts and what they were thinking during that day. Ask yourself that question. Can you remember every thought that you dwelt on during the course of the day? Don't even put it for the day, put it for the last hour. Every thought, are you conscious of it? Do you know which thought you thought of? You see it? And if you do not know which thought you thought of, or all the thoughts within that hour, then you're sleeping, you're dead asleep, you're not awake. You're not aware. And to be awake is to be aware. Like now, you are aware. You know? When you're sleeping, you're not aware of anything that is going on around you. You're not aware of nothing. You see it? So when you become awakened, you become aware of your mind space. You become aware of the thoughts that you're thinking. Ain't nothing about no negative energy. They follow you and they're wrong you. Ain't nothing about that. That don't exist. It's a lie. Decide for the only energy exists is what you project. Let me see. That is fine. It's what you project. That's all the energy that exists in your reality. What you're projecting. Ain't no other energy present but your own. Remember, you are consciousness, you are drawing to you in your reality all that you are within your consciousness. So if you have in your consciousness that people around you are negative and are this and are that, you are creating those people to be around you so that you can see in your reality that this is true. When they present themselves to you, showing you your thoughts, you upset with them. All these things are iniquity. All these things are transgressions and sins, what they speak about in the Bible. For me want to talk about something as we touch upon the scripture, the Bible. I want to touch about the story where Christ was stooping down, writing in the sand, in the ground, on the dirt. And they wanted to accuse him. So they went and they got this woman who was committing adultery, no, who was committing prostitution. And they catch her in the very act, meaning they catch her sleeping with the man for money. And they bring her to him, right? And they turn to him, now, listen, him we are talking about, we are talking about the one who's supposed to be the most righteous, the one who rebukes all sin and fornication and all these things, the one who come here now to judge the world and all these things, Listen to the story well, The people then bring this woman, or this female, I won't say woman, bring this female, who is selling her body for a living. And they come to him and they say, hey, Rabbi, Master, my Lord, look, we catch this woman here in the very act of prostitution. And it's said in the law of Moses, which you say you stand for, that if she is caught in prostitution, she should be stoned to death. What say ye? Right? And he continue writing, the Christ, continue writing in the dirt. To the point that they keep aggravating him and revving him for him to get them answer. So he raised up and he turned to them. And he say, he that is without sin cast the first stone. So he that is without wrongdoing, he that is without wrong thinking, I'm saying without a fault then, let them cast the first stone and throw her down. Because remember, the one who is telling them that the Christ, he is without sin, So he turned to them and he tell them, he that is without sin, let him cast the first stone then. And he went back to writing. When he looked up, they were all gone. And it is written that they all removed themselves from the eldest to the youngest, all having been condemned within themselves of the wrongs that they're doing. So they leave because they couldn't condemn the next one of the wrong that she's doing. So when he see all of them gone, he turned to her and he say, where are your accusers? Didn't they accuse you and stone you to death? He said, no. She said, no, my Lord, they are all gone. So he, the one that is perfect and without sin, turned to her and say, okay, well then I don't accuse you neither. Go and sin no more. You see it? Now what he mean when he say go and sin no more? Because he didn't accuse her of what she was doing, What she was doing, she was making a living and taking care of herself, And she saw it right in her eyes. So when he told her to go and sin no more, he told her to go and make sure that you put not in your mind that you're doing anything wrong. But go and sin no more. For they, the accusers, couldn't accuse her. You see it? Now they tell you that this same perfect Christ dwelt amongst the sinners and republicans. So the perfect one is represented as a being that do not condemn others. You get the drift? Thou shalt not disturb the peace of the land, as it says in the Quran. You see it? So these things here we must over, So then now we come forward to consciousness. What do you have in your consciousness? What is in your mind space? What is there? For whatever is there is present in your reality. You see it, royal people? Think about it, Whatever condemnation you have towards anyone or anything within your mind space shall present itself in your reality as your sons and daughters, your creations to come to you and present themselves to you. for you are their maker. And this is what the scripture is speaking all about. Nothing outside of self, all within self. You see it? So control your mind space. Control your thought pattern. Choose the right thoughts to think about. Stop worrying about what the next man doing and worry about what you are doing or what you desire to be doing. And keep that fluent and let that saturate your mind space so that you can create it. Because it's as simple as that to create it. Ordering your thoughts in the way. Being steadfast in the way of your vision. For a people without a vision shall perish. If you don't have a vision in your mind to work towards and go forward to, then you're idle. You have nothing in your mind space occupying there. And therefore, an idle mind is the devil's playground. It's a place where numerous thoughts of unpleasant things will come in and roam. And when you're not aware, you will sit down in misery thinking all these things and then creating it in the world of yours. And wondering why the next man who is living next to you is not going through what you are going through. How is things going so well for him, but it's not going well for me? Well, consider the mind space of the man. You see it. Then you would realize that he is not holding the same thoughts that you are holding. That his mind space is clean and pure from corruption. Though you see him going out to party, and though you see him drinking the alcohol, and though you see him doing all kind of things, he is focused on where he desires to be and is creating it naturally. You see it? And that is what most of these, religious fanatics them have caused in the world. That they have the people them thinking that to be righteous, to be holy, you have to be religious. You see it? So then now their religion is condemnation. So now they want you to start condemn others. You see? You see how they cause our destruction? That by we condemning others, we condemn ourselves. You see it? We casting fire on others, cast fire and consume ourselves. For it's all in our mind space, all in our consciousness. Yeah. So royal family, yeah. As we say, wake up, ye sleeping Jacob. And stand to the test of time. For we are living in a world, in a reality where all things are ionized. And that nothing is impossible to ionize in this day and age. At this very moment, we are having all things that we are desiring. They are all in our mind space. All we have to do is become aware of it. Become conscious of it. Keep it in the mind space. Stay conscious of it. Don't let it out. Don't let it go. And watch reality shift. It takes practice that will make perfect. But in the practice, the joy is there because you see the changes. You're seeing the progress. You're feeling it. So it becomes a joy for you to just continue stripping off the baggages that was once holding you down in material bondage. So that now you are all stripped off now and then you are only spirit now. You are free because now you become energy. And all energy is free. Free energy. And then with the power of your conscious intelligence and thought, you can create whatsoever you desire. Ah, my people. Ain't life grand? Ain't life beautiful? Ain't life joyful? Ain't life sure? So this is what it's all about, So remember, be aware of what you're conscious about. For whatever you're conscious about is what you're creating. You're conscious about the economy doing bad and going through hard times, you will experience it. If you're conscious about, hey, though they say the economy going bad, what? I am having a good time. This is the most money I've ever made. You will experience that. Whatever is in your mind space that you hold to in faith, controlled thought in that way, you shall receive. So until such time, Royal Family, we do give thanks to life and Almighty Life Giver. Whole I am. I give thanks to each and every I, joining in with I. You know that stay till the end like this year. You know what I say? For we are the beginning and the end, you know. And when you start something, you must finish it, you know. And when you say a word, you speak a word, you must do it, you know. You must accomplish it. Because you want, when you speak the word accomplished for you. And do that which you say. When you call forth to invoke and bring forth and manifest, you would like your word to obey you. So you obey your own word when you say you're going to get up and do something. Do it. You see it? When you're going to help somebody, help them. You see it? So that your word can help you. When you desire it to be helped. You see it? Or you desire the help. Your word is living and it's alive. And it works off of, how would you say, habit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of an habitual creature. That what you are normally accustomed to intend on your word, is what is going to be the reaction of it. So now you must put more intentions of good and life and love and prosperity on your word. More intentions of that faithfulness in your word to get it done, to do it, what you say. So that in turn your word do the same for you. Your word is your life. Life taketh care of itself. Life taketh care of life. Word taketh care of word. You are the word and your word taketh care of you and you should take care of your word. Is that? So take care of your word. Only entertain that which you desire to experience in your reality. And stop pointing finger and judging and carrying grudge and hating. You see it? Stop all those things. Love your enemy. Because your enemy is only the one that you created to be your enemy. So love him. It's your creation. You see it? Satisfaction. You see it? More love and blessings, Royal Eyes. We do give thanks here. Yeah, man. Give thanks for all the new subscribers. You know? All the ones them that is commenting. You know, I give thanks. I really appreciate love the eyes them, you know? Yeah, man. It's a joy to see the community growing, you know, in such, you know, prosperity, you know, and such abundance and so quickly. I give thanks for such glory. Everything is moving so fastly, so wonderfully, so great, so grand. Yeah. All things are happening according to I plan. Yes. All right. Blessed love, Royal Eyes. We do give thanks once again. All I am.